One question has haunted Jack Taylor's family since his murder 7 years ago. Why did the police fail to catch his killer, who was hiding in plain sight?
Stephen Port took his life, but we do also feel like the police do have blood on their hands, because they might as well have just loaded a gun and handed it to him. He thought he was untouchable, and clearly he was.
These are some of the last images of Jack alive, walking with his murderer, Stephen Port. Images the police failed to find until weeks after Jack became Port's fourth and final victim.
You've got police officers in all different ranks that didn't do their job, and had they done them earlier on, they could have saved lives. It's heart-wrenching to think that actually they could have stopped this way before it even got to our Jack, and we wouldn't be sitting here now.
Today, a jury agreed that a litany of police failings plagued the initial investigations into Port.
Stephen, did you have any involvement in his death?
I did not know. No.
Who was free to kill again and again because basic checks weren't done and evidence wasn't sent for forensic tests.
No.
Anthony Walgate, his first victim, was found in June 2014. After drugging him with a lethal overdose, Port left his body outside his flat. He was later charged with lying about not knowing Anthony and released on bail. Going on to kill Gabriel Kovari, whose body was found in a churchyard just metres from Port's front door. 3 weeks later, he killed Daniel Whitworth, leaving his body in the same spot, alongside a fake suicide note Port had written. A year later, he killed his final victim, Jack Taylor. It was only after his sisters pieced together clues linking the 4 victims that police finally began a murder investigation. After the jury's conclusion, their families said they felt vindicated by the findings, but their lawyer was scathing about the police's failures.
The inadequate investigation by the Metropolitan Police into the deaths of Anthony, Gabriel, Daniel and Jack should be on public record as one of the most widespread institutional failings in modern history.
For 1 year, Daniel Whitworth's family were led to believe he'd taken his own life before being told he was murdered.
That is discrimination, whether they want to see that or not. When you're coming up against gay boys with drugs in their pocket, dead on the side of the street, says to me that, oh, here's another one.
The Metropolitan Police insist discrimination played no part in their investigations.
We completely accept that people's trust in us has been damaged by a number of recent events. What has happened in connection with the deaths of these 4 young men is part of that damage.
Despite numerous relatives and friends repeatedly raising concerns, all say they were dismissed by police, meaning lives that could have been saved weren't. Families are now suing the Metropolitan Police. Sejal Karia, ITV News.